Sometimes I put my wallet in my other back pocket just to feel something different. Hey everyone, Peter here. Another video for you. I was just thinking about how when I was in school, when I was little, like elementary school, I'm thinking like third and fourth grade, I was a pretty dorky, nerdy, pretty straight-laced kid, but I was also pretty blissfully oblivious to all of that. And I think that's the way to do it. I didn't really realize that I wasn't like a cool kid. I was just happy being me. And that was cool with me. I mean, I guess I wasn't that straight-laced because sometimes I wore sandals and sometimes I wore socks with those sandals. And I do remember one time at least, someone mentioned to me, like, why are you wearing socks with your sandals? That looks dumb. And I think I told them I could tell they had obviously never tried it before because it's one of the most comfortable things in the world. But I remember sometimes I would get to be the hall monitor because at that age you had to, walk around in straight lines in the hallways, and one person got to be the lucky person to not stand in line and carry a little notepad and, like write down the names of people who were talking. And I think I kind of got off on that a little bit, and sometimes I would write down everyone's name that even made a peep. And I think I kind of went overboard a little bit, and I feel bad about it now. Sometimes people would like whisper to me, even if they weren't talking, they would talk only to say, "Psst, Peter, don't write my name down." And I would write their name down as they said that. I feel a little bit bad about that, but I mean, I was just like a weird little kid. And I remember one time there was just one kid that was kind of mean to me on the bus. And I don't remember what. I don't think he was mean to me. Maybe I just thought he was a jerk. And I remember they banned Pokemon cards at my school. I guess too many kids were like being distracted by them or something. I don't know. Anyways, Pokemon cards were banned. You weren't allowed to have them. But I saw one kid with them on the bus. And then I didn't like this kid for whatever reason. And before he got off the bus, I saw him stashing his Pokemon cards in his sock. So when I got off the bus, for some reason, I decided to be like real petty, and I told one of the teachers that was standing there that this kid had Pokemon cards, and the teacher pulled him aside and said, "Hey, do you have Pokemon cards?" And the kid was like, "No, I don't have them." And she was about to let him go, and I came back and said, "They're in his sock." And so the guy got his Pokemon cards confiscated. And I felt good about it at the time, but pretty much every time I look back on it now, I feel bad about it. They had this rule that you had to have, at one point, you had to have clear book bags. I guess they wanted to see what kids were carting around in their book bags. Pokemon cards, I guess. I don't know. What comic books? But apparently, I was like a rule follower, so I got a clear book bag, and only like 2 other kids in the school got clear book bags. They still couldn't see what was in my pencil case anyways. In 3rd grade, they taught us how to write cursive because they told us that in 4th grade, we would have to write cursive all the time. And in 4th grade, we didn't have to write cursive, but we did have a cursive class because they said that in 5th grade, we would have to write cursive all the time. And then in 5th grade, and then for the rest of my life, no one ever mentioned cursive again. So I guess it just kind of got phased out there while they were teaching it to us, which was weird. Anyways, this drawing is pretty fun to do. I spent like the first hour and a half, 2 hours drawing like the little lines that make up the weird rocky mountain formations. And then I spent way too long drawing all the dots in the background, maybe like 5 or 6 hours. For that, like the real monotonous stuff, usually I listen to music while I draw, but for that, music didn't cut it. I had to put on an audiobook. I listened to the Revenant, that movie that came out. It's also a book. For some reason, I thought it was like an old book, but I think the book was only written in like 2002 or something. Anyways, the book's pretty good too. It's amazing what stuff is in the book that's not in the movie, and what stuff is in the movie that's not in the book. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. The clouds didn't exactly turn out how I imagined, but they're still fun to do. still fun and not totally unhappy with it, but yeah, I like it. And I got a new scanner, so I scanned it in. Boom. Thanks for watching. Bye.